In a bustling little workshop, filled with the clinks and clatters of tools and gadgets, lived a small, friendly robot named Rolo. Rolo was known for his shiny metal body and cheerful beeping sounds. He was built by a brilliant inventor, Professor Sparks, who always had exciting new projects up his sleeve. One day, while the professor was working on a peculiar machine that looked like a giant clock with glowing buttons, Rolo's curiosity got the best of him. The professor had left the workshop to grab a cup of tea, and Rolo, eager to explore, rolled over to the mysterious machine. With a beep and a whir, Rolo accidentally pressed a big red button that was labeled Shrink-O-Matic. Suddenly, a bright light flashed, and Rolo began to shrink, tiny and tinier, until he was no bigger than a grain of rice. "Oh no!" Rolo beeped, his voice now a tiny squeak. "What happened to me?" The workshop, which had once seemed so spacious, now felt like a gigantic maze. The once huge tools were now enormous obstacles. A screwdriver the size of a skyscraper loomed over him, and a dropped pencil was as wide as a bus. Rolo decided he needed to find a way to reverse the shrinking machine before the professor returned. With determination, he rolled across the workshop floor, navigating the sea of giant dust bunnies and towering spools of thread. His tiny legs moved swiftly as he made his way towards the machine. Just then, a friendly house cat named Whiskers padded into the workshop. Whiskers was curious about the tiny robot and leaned in close to inspect him. Rolo, using his tiny voice, managed to get Whiskers' attention. With a gentle tap on Whiskers' nose, Rolo communicated that he needed help. Whiskers, ever so careful, used her paw to nudge the big red button back to its original position. Rolo felt a tingling sensation, and in a flash, he was back to his regular size. Rolo let out a relieved beep and thanked Whiskers with a grateful whir. He quickly zoomed back to his spot before the professor returned. The professor walked in, humming a tune, and noticed nothing amiss. The adventure had been quick, but thrilling, and Rolo learned an important lesson about curiosity and caution. From that day on, he was a bit more careful about pressing mysterious buttons. And Whiskers? She became Rolo's best friend, always ready to lend a paw in any adventure, big or small. And so, in just under 60 seconds, Rolo's tiny adventure had come to a close, but the bond of friendship and the thrill of discovery lived on in the workshop every day.